Hello guys, Joster here. So behind me I have the brand new Hisense U6H 4K TV. I have the 65-inch version, but it is also available in 50, 55, and up to 75 inches. The Hisense 6 series is the entry-level model, but it also comes with high-end features like Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, Quantum Dot, full array local dimming, and Hisense own ULED technology, which enhances colors, contrast, brightness, and motion. Now in addition, Hisense is using the new Google TV operating system. So let's see if this TV is worth your money. Welcome to the channel, I'm Joster, and let's do this! Setting up the TV is very easy. You do need a screwdriver to install the legs, and there is only one position available. Now the separation between the legs is around 38.5 inches by 13.5 inches, so you don't need a big TV stand. Now the legs come with a cable management, which is very simple but useful. Now in the back we have 4 HDMI ports, antenna port, audio and video, headphone jack, a couple of USBs, LAN for internet, and optical for audio. Now the HDMI ports are 2.0, so they are limited to 4K 60, but there's also EARC for high resolution for Dolby Atmos audio. In the front we have a couple of microphones for Google Assistant, which you can turn off, but you have these annoying LED lights that can be very bright in a dark room. Okay, setting up Google TV, it's very easy. You do need to download Google Home app and follow the instructions from the app. Now then you need to pair the remote to the TV and install the apps that you want to use, and you are pretty much done. Okay, first impressions on this TV is wow. For $600 on the 65-inch version, $430 for the 55-inch, and $800 for the 75-inch, you can't go wrong. Honestly, you will be very satisfied. HDR content looks very good, very colorful and bright. It is rated at 600 nits, so it's good enough to see HDR highlights. Not the best performance, but for the price, this TV is very good. This is also a VA panel, so you can expect very good contrast and black levels. There are 48 dimming zones, which help to minimize blooming and keep those inky black levels that we all like. Now you do need to make some changes to the picture in order for you to get the best out of it. So let me show you what I did. Alright guys, so before I start, let me show you a little bit of the Google TV. This is the new operating system for this Hisense TV. And if you are familiar with Android TV, this is going to be very similar. So it's not a big change, except that it's a little bit more arranged. So right here on top, we have the search for you, live, movies, shows, applications, library. You can navigate through all this information here. And if we go back right here in the bottom, the first row is going to be like suggestions or top picks for you. Then we have your applications right here, the most popular ones: Netflix, YouTube, Prime, Disney Plus, HBO Max. I mean, you have plenty of selection, or you can also see all the rest of the settings right here, and you can just rearrange them the way you want it. It's very easy to use, it's very intuitive, and it's also very responsive, which is nice. I don't feel any lag or anything like that. Everything works right out of the box, so I like it. It's clean, easy to use, very easy. Alright, so let's go into the settings. We can go to settings right here on the remote control, press this little settings button, and then we have my name is the account, the user. You can add different people as well if you want to. Let's go into the picture settings, because here you can choose just settings, and then we want to go to the picture settings because there are some things that are very basic for you to change in order for you to get a good picture out of this TV. So first of all, right here in backlight, make sure that you turn your local dimming on high. Otherwise, if you want to get the best black levels possible, best contrast, make sure you turn it on high. That's why I have it. That's why I use it. And also turn off this automatic light sensor. This one controls the brightness of the TV depending on the ambient light. So I always suggest to turn this off because you want to take full control of the brightness, right? The backlight level right here is 90 out of the box, which I think is fine. This is SDR content. And then right here we have picture mode. You enter here and there are different presets that you can choose from: vivid, standard, energy saving. I always like to use theater day. I think it's the colors and brightness and overall picture is more balanced. This is good for movies, for streaming content. This is the one I choose the most. I just really like the accuracy and the colors and everything. So out of the box, I feel like everything is good balance. Contrast is at 50%, brightness is at 50%, color 50, tint. I mean, I haven't played around much with the settings, but those little changes that I just did are going to be a huge impact on the brightness and the picture overall. Alright, so this is a local dimming test or just blooming test as well. And I gotta say, I'm very surprised with this TV. I hardly see any blooming issues. Very, very, very minimal. For a TV that is $600 for a 65-inch, 48 dimming zones, this is really incredible. I also like to use this video for blooming because I've seen with other TVs that there's a ton of blooming when playing this video. I mean, there's a lot of good contrast and black levels. So yes, you can definitely see how clean this TV looks, and also the highlights with this video and the colors and the brightness. Man, it looks beautiful. For the dirty screen effect and uniformity, I am very, very pleased with this TV. Very surprised how clean it looks. There's a little bit of big nail in the corners, I can tell you that right now, but it's so minimum that it's not even distracting at all. I've seen worse, but for this TV and the price range, the quality, I am very pleased, very surprised. Alright, so what about gaming, Joester? Let's find out. I connected the Xbox Series X right now. Let's go into TV and display options. And right here we have the resolution. We have 4K. We also have 1440p, 1080p, and 720p resolution support. Let's go into 4K TV details. And this TV pretty much is limited to 4K 60. It does not support 120 Hz, but it also supports HDR10. And it seems like it supports Dolby Vision. I'm going to turn on Dolby Vision in just a little bit. But seems like 4K 60 with HDR works fine. Right here in general video modes, we have also auto low latency switch on, variable refresh rate, so it does support VRR via HDMI VRR, auto HDR, 4K of course, and then we can switch on Dolby Vision. Right now I'm going to test HDR for now, so let's go into a game and let's see how it runs. Now let me tell you something, guys. When you connect your consoles right here, there's something that important that you need to do. Let's go into this button, which is the settings button, the menu, and then right here we're gonna go down to HDMI format. Make sure you switch this one to enhanced format because normally it's in standard mode. If you want to get 4K 60 with HDR, you need to switch this to enhanced format mode. That's it. We also have Game Zone. I didn't know this is something new for Hisense. And then, for example, we get game information. So right here, if we switch this on, you can see on the right hand side, you have the FPS. Right now it's at 60 Hertz. But since it does have VRR, it's going to be switching between 59 and 60 Hertz. There's also HDR, VRR is on, and then auto low latency mode is also on. So you can have that information right there, or you can just switch it off if you don't need to. And then we have game information, actually game zone settings right here. So we have access to black level, white level, and then PC sync. So I think like PC sync is FreeSync, which I don't know why they changed this to PC sync. So I have this one switch off right now because the TV also supports HDMI VRR. So if you want to connect your PC, you can switch this to PC sync. And that's it. So it's nice to see that even on the entry-level TVs from Hisense, we do have some game zone options or information as well. And I also noticed that, for example, if you want to see more information, you can press the home button, right? And then go back into the input, press enter, and then you're going to see HDR10, YUV420, 10-bit colors. So you can see like a little bit more information right there in the little window. All right, guys. So even though this TV is limited to 4K 60, so it doesn't support 4K 120 Hertz, I think it still looks pretty freaking fine. Pretty good for a TV this price and the performance. I'm not complaining at all. If you're looking for a TV, maybe for your kids, for your living room, or maybe just for your game room and you don't want to spend that much money, this is a really good TV. The response time, the playability, input lag, everything feels very high performance. It's really hard to tell the difference between this and a more expensive TV. Alright guys, so now I connected the PlayStation 5. I am playing for Horizon Forbidden West, and look how beautiful and colorful and bright this game looks right here on this TV. It's insane how picture looks. Very colorful, very sharp, beautiful indeed. So let me just check the information right here on the PlayStation to see how this game is actually running. So let's go here, and I'm pretty sure it's using VRR. So let's go to screen and video, video output information, resolution 340x160, VRR. Yes, VRR is supported with this TV. PS5 supports range of 48 to 120 Hertz. HDR is also supported. So whenever there is a game that supports VRR as well. Let's also check the information right here on the TV. So I'm going to go to home, then I go press input, enter, and then we have that information, HDR10, YUV422, 12-bit color. My God, this looks amazing. The controller is very basic. I mean, it looks very similar to last year. I have right here the last year's U8G, and as you guys can see, it's very, very similar. What I like about this, that is very easy to use, very compact, not a lot of buttons, which is something that I like. What I don't like is just it feels outdated, it feels plasticky and kind of cheap, but at the same time, I mean, this is a budget entry-level TV, so I hope on the higher tier models we see a better design on the controller. For sound, there are two 10-watt speakers that support Dolby Atmos. Of course, this is virtual Atmos, so don't expect those high audio details, but you have EARC support for enhanced audio via HDMI, so I highly suggest to connect your home theater system or at least a soundbar for a much better audio experience. But out of the box, the speakers sound very good as well. So this is the Hisense U6H. It is available right now. You can buy it in a 50-inch, 55, 65, and 75-inch. And honestly, for the price Hisense is asking, this is an absolutely beautiful decision. The picture looks amazing. You're going to be super satisfied with this. You can buy it for gaming, you can buy it for movies. Everything works great out of the box. If you're interested in buying this TV, I'm going to leave links down in the description of the video through Amazon. And that's it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below as well. And also, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to leave, like, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Joester, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joester out!